Well, good morning, Diet Disruptors. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a fabulous Thanksgiving, regardless of what it looked like for you. I know this year is so weird and it's been so different. I want to know how you celebrated. So if you're watching this live with me, hello, comment wherever you are watching from. I want to know what you did for Thanksgiving this year. I did a very small Thanksgiving with my bubble people and cooked a turkey, cooked lots of sides. It was an appreciation meal for us. Everybody in my bubble does our approach, the disruptive nutrition approach. So it's so simple. We enjoyed lots of clean crafted wine and had no guilt. Really just took some time to talk about what we were grateful for and just enjoy each other. So I hope that even if it was just you and your immediate family who you live in your household with, or if you did it over Zoom, I think there's still so much to be grateful for. And so I hope that you celebrated in a way that felt meaningful for you. So I want to know how you celebrated. So let me know in the comments. All last month, Coach Jess and I came live and we talked about holiday tips. Now, just because we finished Thanksgiving, as we all know, doesn't mean the holidays are over. In fact, they are really just beginning. We spent some time decorating our tree and kind of getting in this Christmas and holiday spirit. And so, everything that Coach Jess and I talked about, I hope that you will take and use during this month too. We purposely wanted to give you tips in November so that you were ready for all of December. So you can go and find all of those past episodes. If you're in our YouTube channel, you can go find them in our YouTube Live with Disruptive Nutrition playlist. And we also have all of this streaming in our podcast. So make sure you subscribe to our podcast so you get the latest episodes. I love that because you can just listen to it. So get caught up on some of those holiday episodes if you haven't already. So all this month, so I'm by myself today. Sometimes I like to do a few episodes solo. I have a lot I want to dig into today. And so I just decided I was going to take it. Now, as gosh, as the founder of Disruptive Nutrition and as somebody that has been working in my own journey around health and wellness for years, there's so much I want to dig into, and I'm excited to do that with you all month. So, this month, as we move into the new year, we are going to dig into our mindsets. Whenever I start trainings with people, they don't realize how much our beliefs, our mindsets, our experiences are actually barriers to success. There are so many people I know and I worked with, and I got to be honest, in my own self, that knew what to do, but there were certain things holding them back from doing it. So I've taught many people our approach, and those that get through their mindsets are the ones that are the most successful, even though they have all the same technical information. So I thought a lot about what I wanted to do for this last month of 2020 before we're going into 2021. And I thought there is nothing better for us to talk about than our mindsets. What's holding us back and what we need to do to be able to push through them so we can have success. I promise I could show you every single aspect of our approach. And if you don't have the right mindsets, you're not going to be successful. So I really want to talk to you all about this. But before I do want to share with you a mini program that we're offering just for a little while longer. And we love this program. It's fun. It's called Something is Better Than Nothing. And I love that because, I get it. A lot of us are in the holiday spirit or have lots going on, and you're just like, I can't focus on all the things that Carrie says I have to do to really get my health in order. Our 4 weeks to wellness lifestyle launch, in my opinion, is by far the best way to go at it. But I also know right now in the holidays, it's hard to commit to 4 weeks of eating really clean and being kind of on point so you can launch into this lifestyle really effectively. So we have something is better than nothing. And so that is our mini holiday program. Myself and my coaches all teach you how to make small easy tweaks to your life and to your lifestyle so that you could actually start to make progress over the holidays without feeling deprived at all. Y'all know I love my wine. I have my wine. We can have our Christmas cookies. We can have all the things that go along with these amazing holiday meals and not sabotage ourselves. And so, our mini Something is Better Than Nothing holiday program will teach you how to do that. You can literally get through it just in a few minutes a day for a couple of days, and it's just some really great teaching on our approach and how to do it. We have tons of holiday recipes, and it's in a private Facebook group, so there's a community there. I'll be going live in that group just for you guys and giving some extra holiday tips. So normally that program is $79 and you'll get tons and tons of resources, but just this week, I'm going to give you 20% off of it. So I want you to be able to, I'll put a link in with the code. There's a secret code that I will give you at the end of this session. And you're going to be able to find it in different places on the Facebook group. If you need it and you can't find it, just message us and we'll let you know, okay? But stay tuned till the end and I'm going to give you a special code for that. Okay, so let's talk about mindsets that are holding you back. So today is going to be kind of my introduction to the rest of this month. We are going to dig into this stuff. And I really believe that once we get our heads on straight, we truly, truly can make progress. I always say what makes us different than other kind of either weight loss or nutrition groups out there. And I think it's a variety of things. One, our approach of how to eat and how to use food as fuel, how to eat in threes, and how to make sure that we're balancing our blood sugar. Let's be honest, they're not teaching you. Weight Watchers isn't teaching it to you. Noom isn't teaching it to you. Jenny Craig's not teaching that to you. It is all about deprivation. It's about counting calories or counting points or taking in less than you burn. And that is, I want to say it's antiquated because it is. It's been around for a long time. It's also been debunked as a long-term method. It doesn't work for the long term, but they don't really care about that. They want you to get that quick win so that when it doesn't work, and inevitably it won't, you'll actually think it's your fault. Because what it's doing is slowing down your metabolism. And when your metabolism slows down, you can only eat at a deprivation for so long. So as soon as you start to eat again, because you can only decrease your intake for so long to keep losing weight. So as soon as you start eating again, your body's going to be like, whoa, wait, food? I'm going to hold on to that because I don't know when she's going to give it to me again. And that's debilitating because what it does is not only does it make you regain all the weight that you lost, but it makes you feel like it was your fault. And it triggers more failure and just more defeat, which impacts our mindsets considerably, right? When we feel like, oh, I failed at another one, well, then we just are continuously beating ourselves down. And so I truly believe that the way that we teach, I know that what we teach, blood sugar stabilization versus quick weight loss, does what we wanted those diets to do, but in a way that is what our body wants. So not only do we get to our optimal weight, but we do it because we have gotten to our optimal health. It's what every body needs, blood sugar stabilization. You know, if you're really hungry and you're hangry, your blood sugar is really low. And when that happens, your body's trying to balance its blood sugar on its own by pulling nutrients from your muscles, which slows down your metabolism. Or if you then gorge on sugar, carbs, whatever it is that you're craving, because your blood sugar is low and your body craves sugars, then you'll start to store fat because you are overstuffed and your blood sugar is too high. We need to keep it maintained and balanced. So yes, we teach that. And I know that that's totally different, but I can teach you the ins and outs of that. And yet you can still struggle with being successful if your mindset isn't on straight. So what really makes us different not only is our nutritional approach, but it's the fact that as an educator for 24 years, I understand how to teach and the mindset to go around learning for the long term. Okay. And so we always talk about not only do we help serve your body, but it's your mind and your spirit that needs serving as well. So when you think about the mindsets that are holding you back, I want you to dig in. I'm going to ask some questions and I want you to comment. Let me know as you're listening to this, as you're watching this. Oh, I do that. Yeah, I've done that before. Or yeah, I think that. I used to think that, especially for people that have gone through our 4 weeks to wellness. If you've gone through the 4 weeks to wellness and you've had certain mindsets that you're overcoming or have overcome, because it's a journey, we're all not there yet. I certainly still have some. Then comment on it and how your mindsets have shifted. But I want to talk about a few of them now, and then we're going to dig in all month. Okay. So really, it's going to be an awesome, awesome learning experience. Make sure you tune in every Monday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time live, or catch us on the podcast on Tuesdays when we release it. So let's talk about some of the excuses that we give ourselves. Okay. So I know, especially moms out there now, okay, I am a mom of 2 teenage girls, as I have been for the last 15 years, right? And working full time, and I used to travel all the time. It's so easy to allow busyness as a victim to be a victim of, right? So being a victim of busyness, and moms, we never put ourselves first. So we can easily use that excuse of I'm too busy. But in reality, that's not actually the case. Is that a mindset that's holding you back from actually doing the thing that you know you need to do? You don't love the way you feel and may not love the way you look, but you feel like, right now I can't do anything about it. I'm a mom and I got to do this and I got to do that. And we become a victim of it. In all reality, we become better when we take care of ourselves. But do you have a victim mindset? Sometimes it's even a martyr mindset. That, well, I'm doing everything for everyone else. I can't possibly do this for myself. Now, I get that everything is so confusing out there. So figuring out what to do is really complicated. But if you're here and you're listening and you're watching us, I have that solution for you. And it's simple, it's sustainable, it's satisfying. And if you're still not doing it, then I need you to ask yourself why. What's holding you back from actually doing what you know works? So I wonder, is it because you're quote unquote too busy? I know that we always don't prioritize ourselves because it feels sometimes selfish. It feels sometimes like we don't deserve it. But I don't understand how we can justify that we don't take care of ourselves. I'm not talking about pedicures, facials, or massages. I don't do any of that, to be very honest with you. But the self-care for me of eating correctly, modeling it for my family, and exercising, getting my water, and getting my sleep, and keeping my stress down is actually how I serve my family. What are you modeling for your kids? And if you have daughters, what are you teaching your daughters is the role of a woman? If you have sons, what are you teaching your sons is the role of their future wife or partner? I think that that's really important for us to be thinking about. Here's another thing that I want us to wonder about our mindsets, about what's keeping us from being successful. Are you scared of failing again? Ask yourself that. Are you afraid of failure? How many times have you invested in something? How many times have you invested not just money, but time and an excitement and a passion to things? This time it's going to work. This time I'm going to do it. And feel like I don't want to fail again. Because every time a diet has failed us, and FYI, they all do, it takes a little piece of our confidence. It takes a little piece of who we are away because we don't believe we're strong enough to be able to do it. And by failing again, confirms maybe I'm not strong enough, right? I can't possibly do this. I had somebody email me the other day that said, oh, I just love all of your videos and your recipes. I just don't have the willpower. That's an excuse to something else. It's not that I have all this willpower. It's not. It's that I have a really strong why and a community, and I've checked my mindset. It's an excuse. The lack of willpower is an excuse to not actually have to do the work, to not actually put forward my effort. And I can say, oh, I just don't have the willpower. Oh, I'm too busy. Oh, whatever it is. But there's an actual reason underneath that you're not getting to. It's not willpower. It's not time. It's not money. It's not any of those things. It's something else. It might be that you don't feel like you deserve it or that you're afraid of failing. And that's okay as long as you are aware of it and push past it, because you are deserving. You do need this, and you need to prioritize this, not just for yourself, but for your whole family. Okay. How about this? Do you make a little progress in some sort of weight loss and then self-sabotage? And I've been digging into this a lot lately because I've been seeing some people who they make some progress, they get excited, and then take like 5 steps backwards. If that happens to you, you might cover it up with excuses like, oh, life got really busy, or I just wasn't motivated anymore, or the pandemic hit. Whatever excuse on the outside came in to justify the self-sabotage. But what I actually see is that when we get to a point of success, doing what we know is right for our body, and we can stop looking for solutions. When we're on the right path, we can take our eye off that and start to focus on something else. And sometimes that other thing that we have to start focusing on, like things going on in our real life, is harder than actually focusing on our weight loss. How many of you, year after year after year, keep focusing on weight loss as a goal or weight loss as a thing because it's really ignoring the other things that are going on in your life? If that's true, then not only are you never going to get to your optimal health and your optimal weight, but you're going to never deal with all of these other things that are going on in the background, and you're not going to live your purpose-driven life. So let's get your health on the right track so that you can open that door, even if it's scary, of dealing with the other things that you're putting back and using weight loss, using your focus on that as an excuse. Okay. Do you believe it has to be hard work and you don't have the energy for it? Right? How many times have you gone through different types of diets, how you've been motivated at the new year and it hasn't worked, and it's just been hard to track your calories or write everything down or use your app and all of that, and it's just, you believe that for it to work, it has to be really hard, and that it can't be that simple as eating all day. And yet it is. And so if you believe it has to be hard work, then let me tell you, if I know a workout's going to be really, really hard, I am inclined to find excuses not to do that workout. It's why I love working out at Living Lean, which is my gym in Ohio. I do virtual workouts with them. It's because I don't know the next workout. Now, he does have a cadence to it and stuff, but I try not to write it down, because if I remember what the workout's going to be, or if I know, I might not do it. And so if you believe that this journey that you're on, either with us or working towards your goals, getting to your optimal health, is going to be hard, it's easy to be like, I'm not going to do it. It's just, I don't have the time right now. How many people like, this isn't a good time right now? There's never a right time. Hello, have you guys not noticed what's going on, right? There's never an ideal time. Yet there is client after client after client all year long that committed to their health, and they did it. And I know that you can too. But we got to get out of the mindset that either it's going to be too hard or it's not the right time right now. Let's see. I think that there's just a lot to unpack in all of these things. And we're going to do a lot more of that over the month. But I really want you to start to think about what truths are you bringing to the surface about why you are still in the same place you were at the beginning of this year. The pandemic cannot continue to be an excuse. It can't. I know it's been really hard. I understand. But you can. And I always talk about at Disruptive Nutrition, there's a place for you wherever you are. We have tons of free content all the way up through our signature program, which I will still argue all day long is the best darn deal out there to be able to get your own personal coach for the cost that it is. But we have price points in every single place from zero and up. And so if you are sitting in that same place that you were at the beginning of the year, you need to ask yourself why. And don't settle for the surface answer you give yourself. In fact, write it down. Why am I still in the same place? Time, energy, motivation, fine. But cross all those out. What's the real reason why? Is it fear? Are you afraid of failing? Or maybe afraid of success? Because what would success mean? You would have to then face if you didn't have to focus on this. Are you afraid of the hard work it could be? I'm telling you, it's not as hard as you think it is, but anything worth doing is going to take focus, perseverance, and effort. And why, then, if you think it's too hard, do you not feel you're worth it? Okay? I want you to dig into these things this month, especially this week, because next week we are going to dig into a whole lot of things. We're going to dig into your value and your worth. We're going to dig into the scale. We have a lot of mindsets around weight and the scale. We are going to dig into why we go off the wagon. We're going to dig into motivation. We're going to dig into, oh gosh, self-sabotage. That's one of my favorite topics to talk about. So I hope that you'll stay with us throughout this series because it's going to be powerful. It's powerful for me to consistently revisit my own mindsets. As someone who had an eating disorder back when I was in college, I still tackle that every single day. And if I didn't jump into this mindset discussion for myself, I wouldn't be able to serve others. But it also reminds me and totally affirms that our mindsets are the key. So I'd love to know what you're taking away from this. I'd love to know your reactions to this. Please comment because I sometimes it feels like I'm talking to myself. Okay. So I also want to tell you what your code is. So if you are ready to just jump in to the holidays and just say, okay, here I am. I'm going to just do something because it's better than nothing. What excuses are you putting forward? Because I'm going to give you this option and this deal where it is literally less than your family going to Chipotle for a night for a lifetime of information. So something is better than nothing, our holiday program where all of our coaches are, and you're going to get tons and tons of resources so you can start moving, is going to expire on Friday. 20% off. It's normally $79 with the code SIBTN. Something is better than nothing. SIBTN. That is going to get you 20% off the cost. You guys, it's like $60 it's going to be. You're worth $60. And you're going to have downloads, you're going to print, you're going to make a binder for yourself. You can ask questions. You have a community. We don't let people fail. We hold you there and love on you and want you to succeed. So I hope that you'll take us up on that this week. And if you have questions, comments, thoughts, please put them down in the chat or in the comment section. I can't wait to dig into this month with you. Thanks.